You named Dead Kennedys, other bands like that. Where can that kind of influences still be heard in the things you do today? Is that made that?
Yeah, I mean, they showed what was possible. You know, I mean, Jello Biafra, the singer for the Dead Kennedys, he also ran a campaign for mayor. That was where he declared that he wanted all the businessmen to wear clown suits, and you know, he was on the evening news. You know, I watched it with my parents. You know, I mean, it was a great time. It just showed that anything was possible, and you know, that's enough.
But what kind of feelings do you look back now at that time? Because now you made a record about the city, and then I can imagine that you realize that there has changed a lot, or maybe not at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of like, there's a sense of place that comes and goes, and people come and go, and new people come. So, you know, there's been a lot of change everywhere, but it's still a very vibrant place, and you know, I've seen the rents get a lot higher, and there are certain neighborhoods that people didn't go before, and now, you know, now they start to look like Williamsburg, you know, West. So that's a change, but you know, I don't, you know, I'm not that cranky about it. I'm not that grouchy about it. I like it all.
Yeah, you still feel at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can imagine that when you're so busy with writing music about it, that it also awakens a sense of maybe nostalgia, or.
Yeah, I mean, try to avoid being too sentimental. I mean, the record is a love letter, but it's also a kind of lover's quarrel, and yeah.
Well, 12 songs on the album, 12 stories. Why these 12 stories?
Oh, they were just the ones that presented themselves. I mean, we didn't really have a list of stories, and then we sort of made a top 10. Some songs just survive, and some songs, they assert themselves, you know. I mean, you may not even think that's the best song when you're writing it, but they end up asserting themselves, and there's, you know, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I know that I know enough about songwriting that I know how to craft things together, and this is a verse and this is a chorus, but I don't know what makes some better than others, or what makes you want to hear one more than the other, or what makes you return. That's as mysterious as anything in these museums, you know, around here. I mean, nobody knows really what it is. That's the magic, really, and that's elusive as anything.
Yeah. Because it's songwriting, when you do it a lot, does it get easier, or maybe the opposite, that it gets more difficult because you're so aware of songs itself?
Some days I think it gets easier, but then there's other days where I have no idea where the next song is coming from, you know, so. There's a lot of songs out there, you know.
Yeah. Only thing is to try to catch them, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were talking about songs that present itself. What do I have to think about that? What exactly do you mean with that?
Well, you know, if you take all your ideas and all the things you've got that are in the mix, and you throw them in the pot, and then you put it under a flame, you know, put a flame under it, and then you stir it, certain things are going to float to the top, and certain things you're just going to forget about, you know. So, I mean, I had a notebook, and a lot of things I just wouldn't revisit. I don't know why.
Okay. You lose the attention.
They didn't have the charisma, you know, that make me feel good to pull them out and sing them. Or.
Is that your criteria? A song has to make you feel good?
Yeah, sure.
Has it always been like that?
There's got to be something about it that you feel like people should hear it, you know?